So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, it's Mahomes. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Yellow! Yellow!
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sharp. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
43! 43! 43! 43!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitt. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 21-3 is your score after one.
Chiefs 3.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Hey, 57 colors.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And again, it's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
On 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right
now. Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards and a sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, Sunday. Yellow.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Attack! Yellow!
2nd down and goal. Mahomes nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball. But it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Following the fumble recovery, Lance over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Lance. It's caught, Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready. Right through.
Lance looks to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance dancing to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Lance now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
He hits Beasley right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
15. Hey, 57. Hey, 57. Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted in the end zone. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. This one caught by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The 22 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners would extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take it over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Mahomes now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's sharp. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a play fake. Lance on the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now a throw here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On second and very short, Lance looking for the out route. He's got it, complete to Kittle. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Ready.
Now Lance again. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written him off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Bunker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Rail, cycle. Black shot. Right you.
Here's Lance to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. First down, and he loses the football a second time. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. On second and 12, Lance. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away. from busting this open. That's a good start for him. It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
On the set.
Here's Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Chiefs 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now here's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Attack, attack! Sunday.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Go Pete! Green Jack!
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! Go set!
The Lance going to throw.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run.
Touchdown!
Elijah Mitchell.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chiefs 24.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. To about the 23.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
On 1st down, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 53 yards.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Niners add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
31.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing on second down. Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Troy Pride. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
31.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Let's go now. 52 blaster. Ready, go.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
On play action, Lance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal?
And it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just